Saturday Night Live delivered one of its most delightfully unhinged episodes of the season as Glen Powell made his hosting debut, proving he's not just a rom-com heartthrob or action star, he's an all-around comedic natural who's more than willing to look ridiculous on live TV. From a surprise appearance by his real-life UPS driver to the chaotic resurrection of MacGruber, Powell embraced the SNL spirit with full force, turning the night into a showcase of charisma, commitment, and pure comedic enthusiasm. Below is a full, in-depth, 9,000-character breakdown of everything that went down. Checkered flag cold open. Election fatigue meets holiday stress. The episode kicked off with a political-leaning cold open, but instead of hammering predictions or parodying debates, the sketch highlighted the general exhaustion Americans feel from nonstop elections, culture wars, and holiday stress. With cast members portraying frazzled cable news hosts, analysts, and voters who just want one normal week, the sketch set a grounded but comedic tone, and one that perfectly primed Powell's entrance. Glowing star monologue. Glen Powell brings out his UPS guy. Glen Powell's monologue was one of the most charming SNL debuts in recent memory. Wearing a laid-back jacket and looking thrilled but nervous, Powell joked about being Hollywood's backup Chris Evans, and being recognized only as that aviation guy from that other aviation movie. But the highlight, he introduced his actual UPS driver, who Powell says has delivered everything from his bills to his protein powder. The audience roared as the driver walked out in full uniform, waving like he'd won an Emmy. Powell explained he sees the driver more than most of my co-stars, which got one of the biggest laughs of the night. It was a perfect mix of sincerity and absurdity, and it immediately set Powell apart from other first-time hosts. Package Sketch 1. The UPS Fitness Challenge. Capitalizing on the unexpected monologue cameo, Powell's first sketch placed him in a fake reality competition show called the UPS Fitness Challenge, where contestants tried and failed to do the physical work of real UPS employees. Powell played an overly competitive contestant who insisted he worked out for Top Gun, so this will be easy, only to be absolutely destroyed by the tasks. Lifting 50-pound packages, running up staircases, dodging dogs, navigating blocked driveways, and the dreaded, signature required relay. The sketch ended with his UPS driver shouting, "You didn't even scan the package, bro," earning another huge audience pop. Face Mask Sketch 2. The Southern Boyfriend introduces Glen Powell. In a sketch poking fun at Powell's Texas charm, he played himself meeting the family of a girlfriend who has told them nothing about her new boyfriend, except that he's from Texas. Naturally, the family assumes cowboy, oil money, daredevil, maybe a rodeo background, possibly a horse whisperer. Powell leans into each stereotype, only to quickly reveal he's really a theater kid who can rope a calf but also do jazz hands. His earnest delivery made the sketch a fan favorite online. Man dancing musical sketch. The guy who always needs one more take. Powell starred as a film actor who forces the cast and crew through endless takes because he insists there's something missing, even though he's the worst performer on set. He performs dramatic flourishes, slow spins, and bizarre choices like whisper screaming. Every take is worse than the last. The sketch ends with the director saying, "We'll fix it in post," and Powell responding, "Amazing. Let's do one more." Fire Weekend Update. A breakout moment for Michael Che. This week's Weekend Update was especially sharp, featuring political satire, holiday jokes, a bizarre AI-generated Carol segment, a guest spot from Heidi Gardner as a holiday burnout coach. But the standout moment was Glen Powell crashing the desk dressed as an exaggerated, muscled-up version of himself, parodying his thirst trap reputation. Powell flexed, posed, and insisted he was just there to pass out wellness advice, while Michael Che laughed so hard he had to turn away from the camera, a rare break on live TV. Bomb Sketch 5. MacGruber returns, Glen Powell edition. The biggest shock of the night came when Will Forte burst onto the screen in a full MacGruber comeback. The sketch followed the classic formula. Locked in a room, ticking bomb, MacGruber panicking, terrible plan, ridiculous meltdown, everyone dies. But this time, Powell plays MacGruber's new protege, a role he treats with Emmy-level sincerity. MacGruber yells at him for being too handsome, too calm, and too capable, screaming, "Stop acting like you know what you're doing." Powell deadpans, "I was literally trained for this," before the bomb explodes anyway. Fans online immediately called it one of the best MacGruber bits in years. Fork and Knife with Plate Sketch 6, The Thanksgiving Breakup. In a more emotional sketch, Powell played a man trying to break up with his girlfriend at Thanksgiving dinner, but her family keeps entering the room, interrupting him. The sketch blends drama with humor as Powell becomes increasingly desperate. He tries to whisper the breakup. Tries writing it on a pie. Tries spelling it in cranberry sauce. Even tries calling her from the bathroom. Every attempt fails. The final twist. The girlfriend tells him she's also been trying to break up with him all day, but his family kept interrupting her too. They decide to do it together, hand in hand, right as the grandma announces a family talent show. Party Popper Sketch 7. The Man Who's Too Good at Karaoke. Powell's final sketch showcased his musical talent. He played a guy at a karaoke bar who claims he doesn't really sing, and then absolutely demolishes a performance with Broadway-level vocals. The crowd goes wild. Everyone else refuses to sing after him. Even the karaoke machine shuts off. Mike musical guest performances. The musical guest delivered 2 high-energy sets, one upbeat and one soulful, giving the show a balance of humor and heart. Powell introduced both performances with ease, looking like a seasoned regular. Glowing star final thoughts. Glen Powell aced his SNL debut. If SNL was testing whether Glen Powell could handle live comedy, he didn't just pass. He flourished. He was confident, game for anything, and undeniably funny. No celebrity ego, no stiff deliveries, no hesitation. Just full commitment and an earnestness rarely seen in first-time hosts. Between the UPS cameo, the standout sketches, and the surprise MacGruber chaos, Powell delivered one of the strongest episodes of the season.